Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annie and I have a 2-month-old baby Bowie who has actually given me an hour to do this video. He's asleep. So today's video is about newborn essentials, what I found really useful. The majority of things that I bought I have used. I am really bad for buying things that might not be practical or might just look really good and have no purpose. But my newborn essentials, I've used them every single day, and all of the items that I'm going to talk about today I still use. So obviously you've got your typical newborn essentials that you need. This is just other things that I found have really helped, whether it's helping with being a bit more organised or helping Bowie with his sleep. What else have I got? I'll also speak about toys that I found to be really important and that have really helped with his eye tracking and can show me that he's developing really well. That will be later towards the video. But it's just more practical things that help you in the day when you're on your own and you can't be running around the house to get things, or just little tricks that I found to really help Bowie sleep a lot better. So the first item are these grow bag swaddles. Now they look really small and they are quite small. So these are the ones from Tommee Tippee. You can see it. They're a little bit creased now because they've been in the vacuum bag. So I've got 2 of these because they have a different purpose. So this is your 2.5 tog and this is a snuggle. So this one transitions from a swaddle to a sleeping bag, which we haven't done yet. He's 3 months now. I said he was 2 months before. He's 3 months. Oh my God, he's 3 months old. He's 3 months old and he's still swaddled. I think, like a lot of things, swaddling is personal choice. If you are pregnant, I'd really recommend reading up on the 4th trimester about recreating a comforting and loving environment where babies feel safe and secure. And that's not just through swaddling, that's through a range of things that you can do to help provide that environment. So I found these really, really beneficial, and I bought 3 because I use them every nap time and obviously for his evening sleep. So these have been the best for me. They are short. He did grow out of them about 3 weeks ago now, and I've got the bigger size, and that's just a little bit big, but it's manageable. And we put him in with his arms like this. People call it a straight jacket, and he goes to sleep. And now, because he actually knows that's one of his sleeping cues, he will put his arms up anyway when he's ready to go to sleep, which is really cute. So yeah, these are absolutely fantastic. The snuggle you can also use as a swaddle as well. So if you don't want to get the standard swaddle bag, you could get this one and use that as a sleeping bag as well. But yeah, I absolutely love these. I'm sure it is the secret to better sleep. Bowie's been a really good sleeper since he was born. He has 3 naps a day. They can vary from 40 minutes to 2 hours, and he sleeps through the night. So I do personally think these are a lifesaver. I have tried to put him down to sleep without it, and he starts wafting his hands everywhere. As soon as he was born, he loved having his hands in his mouth. So the Love to Dream swaddle, so I also bought the Love to Dream swaddle, which has their arms in this kind of position. Didn't really work for us because he just wanted to put his hands in his mouth when he had his hands up. So I would really recommend the Tommee Tippee grow bags. Equally, I have heard really good views about the Love to Dream, but Bowie just loves his hands in his mouth. It just didn't work for us. I have got the neck size up as well, so I don't know if I'll try it or not, or I might just sell it on. But I think swaddling is a really good thing to do. I find it really, really hard to do with a blanket. They did show me how to in the hospital, and it just kept coming undone. Whereas this, you just pop them in it and he's secure, and you know he's... So they're not badly priced. They're cheaper than the Love to Dream. I found Amazon was the best place to buy them. And then when Bowie starts rolling over and hits about 4 months, I'll transition him into the bigger snuggle size where he can have his arms out. And with that, you can either do one arm at a time and slowly transition them through it, or you can just have both arms out. So that is my next little thing to try out, I suppose. Item number 2, which I'm sure lots of you have already seen if you follow lots of mums on Instagram or Mrs. Hinch. It is a nappy caddy. So I'm just going to talk you through what I keep in mine. We have 3 around the house. So this one's always downstairs with the changing mat. It's got all his nappies in. We've got some muslins. Always have a clean pair of clothes in there in case he leaks through and it's just convenience. Nappy cream, coconut oil, which I use quite a lot actually when he has dry skin on his eyebrows or his forehead. That seems to really help. This is the Milton hand sanitizer, which I use when I'm changing his nappy. And I also keep in here nipple cream. This is fantastic nipple cream, ladies. Really recommend it. And then because I can be a bit of a neat freak, we have these just off eBay, which have nappy sacks in. And then the same for the wipes. We use water wipes. And then most likely we'll stick at them. And we also use the Pampers nappies. I did try the Aldi nappies, but when Bowie was born, he was so small that we had to get like the Prem nappies because nothing would fit his small body. And I've just stuck with Pampers because I like them and they work for us. I also have a second caddy downstairs. This is meant to be my breastfeeding caddy, so for things like breast pads, pump, all of those kind of bits that you need. So it's got a mixture of things in here for me and Bowie. So I've got the silicone Mamiya pump, which I haven't actually used yet. I use the Hacker quite a lot, which I got off Amazon and I love. My favourite moisturiser for him. It's really nice. It's the My Little Cocoa. It smells amazing. Thermometer's always in here. So these are some cooling breast pads, which I haven't had to use yet. Cotton wool. My pregnancy vitamins. Well, not pregnancy, are they? They're pregnancy care, my breastfeeding ones for after you're pregnant. And then kind of Bowie's vitamins. So he has because he's breastfed, he has vitamin D every day. So we use these ones, which is just a drop. We did try this one, the mini drops, and the syringe was massive on it, and it was loads you had to give him. 1 ml, but it worked out. It looked quite a lot to give him, so I prefer those drops. Infocol, which we use quite a lot. My favourite, I call it the snot sucker, but it's the nasal apparator that helps. Basically, it's like the snot out of their nose. It's the snot, and it is the best invention ever. And it's actually quite satisfying. What else have I got on here? Anything else? Oh, and then Milton wipes. I have these everywhere. I use them on his changing mat. I mean, I do use the spray the majority of the time, but sometimes if you just want to give it a quick wipe down, if there's much mess, these are really handy. I won't show you the upstairs caddy, but basically in that is a combination of the both. It's nappies, it has bath items in it, and all his other medicine, so gripe water, that kind of thing. So my third item is some sort of white noise device. So we use 2 at the moment. Well, technically 3. So when we go out and Bowie's asleep or we go to the supermarket, we use Baby Plus, which is an app, and I put the hairdryer white noise on, and that tends to keep him asleep when it's a bit busy or we're in the car and I'm trying to settle him. So for bedtime we use the Alexa, and we just use standard white noise on that, and we have that on a loop, so it just continuously plays throughout the night. I don't really know how effective that is for him. So what we have got is the snooze cloud, which came with our snooze pod. This lasts 20 minutes. So you've got your lights on here, which is really handy in the night, and then you've got 5 different sounds. I don't know if you can even hear this. Oh, so this is the setting we have for Bowie. Oh, you've got the heartbeat. So what we're doing, because this does go off, is we are going upstairs and just restarting it to help him get back into a deep sleep, and then he sleeps through. So that's just kind of at the start of the night. The rest of the night he doesn't need any white noise and he'll stay asleep. But white noise is so important, and again that's linked to the 4th trimester, them listening to those muffled sounds and the heartbeat that they would have heard when they were in the womb. So my 4th item would be the Sleepyhead, and I'll put a picture on. These are so controversial, and please don't give me any stick for using it if you don't agree. I researched into Sleepyheads quite a lot before we purchased one, and for me it suited kind of the way that our day ran. I could have him in the Sleepyhead when I'm doing like laundry and putting things away, and have him on the bed. He'd have supervised naps in it. But what we found it best for was, because Bowie was so tiny, he was so small in his snooze pod, and he would just kind of move around, and he was swaddled. So I said to Alistair, let's just try him in the Sleepyhead, and he just slept amazing. He was, you could just tell he was so much more secure, and he wasn't too close to the sides. Because he was so small, he needed that comfort. Everyone has different opinions on them. I know people that have used them and people that haven't. We've found it really beneficial for Bowie. He stopped sleeping in it about 4 weeks because he got bigger, and didn't want him to be in it anymore because I didn't think it would be safe if he got a lot bigger. And obviously I was asleep too, and we just did cold turkey and it made absolutely no difference. He was fine. He just carried on as normal. So I think for the first few weeks it's very important. It's a big purchase though if you're not going to use it to its best. So we're hoping to use it when we can go visit family and friends, as something that Bowie can sleep in, just like a little portable bed in the day. So don't mean evening. He won't sleep in it for any more evening sleeps now. It'll be just for nap times when we go over to people's house, or sometimes he just plays in it, or it's just, I don't mind putting him down on it rather than just leaving him on the floor if I pop out of the room for 2 minutes. So for rest it really works, but it's personal preference. Another really big thing is a water bottle. When I was pregnant, lots of people said to me, get a really good water bottle that you don't have to tilt your head back. So this one has a straw that you can just sip, you know, not bending your head back. So in labour, this is a lifesaver. And then I've just stuck with it. Breastfeeding is really thirsty work. And I don't want to be going back and forth to the kitchen to get a drink. So having this by my side throughout the day and night has been really good, especially in the night, because he drinks so much water that I probably do drink the whole of this through the night. So it just saves you going downstairs to get anything. And yeah, it's just handy to have. 6, I think. Am I on number 6? 6 is my baby born. I don't know what people actually call it, but my baby born. Let's go for my baby. No, that's like the baby, isn't it? Baby Annabelle. That's baby born. Baby Annabelle's baby born, isn't it? Baby born. Yeah, I don't mean baby born. So let's go with baby Bajon. Is a rocker. Now it doesn't look like it has much to it, and I'll post another picture here of it because it's easier to show you. This is a bouncer that babies and children learn to use. It's a way of babies to understand their cognitive development. It's using their physical development too. So the way the bouncer rocks is when the baby starts moving their hands and their legs. So as soon as they do any kind of movement, that's when the rocker will go. So I actually got it because I didn't want plastic, didn't want anything too noisy. I just wanted something really simple. So it might not sound like it's got a lot to it, but it is a really, really good product. It's so lightweight, it's easy to pack away. Bowie's entertained in it. You can attach toys. When I put him in his little strap, you can attach what are they called? The ring rattles. I put them on. You can get like a bar of toys to go on it too, but I found it to be such a good rocker. It also looks nice. It's not bright and in your face, because babies don't actually need that. Babies don't need all the bright lights and, you know, all this technology that everyone thinks. They really don't need that. What I would say is, when you're choosing a bouncer, just do research and choose what you think is best for you. I personally chose this one because of the development for children, and yeah, just how simple it is, but how effective it is as well. Bowie is so entertained in it. He absolutely loves it. It's comfortable for him. I didn't really want it to be like a plaything for him. Bowie probably goes in it about 3 times a day. In the morning when I grab my breakfast and make a cup of tea, I put him in it. Sometimes I put him in it for a little bit in the afternoon, and then when I'm making tea, I can either put it on the work surface or on the floor, and he'll have a little bounce in it. Okay, probably my absolute favourite item that I've had since having a baby. Whether you're breastfeeding or not, a lot of people tend to get these nursing pillows, and you simply put it around your waist, if you can see, put it around your waist like this, and then sometimes the baby will lie on it, or you use it to kind of give your arms a rest. Now, the problem with these nursing pillows is they can really restrict how the baby's latching onto you. They can massively get in the way, and they can actually be quite an issue for feeding the baby. It can prevent them from getting a deep latch. It can prevent them from being close enough to you. That's something that I learned when I was pregnant. I looked into it a bit, and it just, I ended up getting one. It was very cheap actually. I think I paid about £7 from Home Sense for it. I actually used the nursing pillow to sit Bowie up on the sofa. It just kind of gives him a bit of support. Obviously, with me around him, I don't leave him in it. But it's just quite a good cushion to kind of just go around him and prop him up. So feeding wise, and this is for no matter how you're feeding your baby, I use this. Don't know if you can see it. So it's a back support pillow that I have on my bed. So when I feed Bowie in the night, I just pull this out from the side of the bed. You support when you're feeding through the night or in the day. And obviously these sides are really good for helping you rest your elbow on. So I found I've had no back pain at all by using this. So I would really recommend getting some sort of back support pillow for no matter how you're feeding your baby. It's so easy in the night to just pop your pillows up, and I find I end up slumping like this, or sliding down the bed, or I don't fall asleep. I fall asleep, and what I always notice is when I do lie back a bit more, I slump down, Bowie can't latch on very well, and he ends up feeding a lot longer. Whereas when I use this, because my back's supported, I'm in a good position, Bowie can latch on and feed a lot quicker because he's getting a better latch. He's closer to me. There's no restriction at all. All that's doing is simply supporting my back. So you don't need these nursing pillows to feed your baby, because they restrict that space between you and your baby. If you want to use one, my advice would be get breastfeeding established first. This is for breastfeeding, so get breastfeeding established first, and then when the baby gets a bit heavier and you feel like you need that extra support, then maybe look into getting a nursing pillow, and you can get them so cheap. So they are my newborn essentials, which I still use every single day now without a doubt. If you have any questions or any comments, please let me know. I can let you know where things are from if you're interested. I hope if you are a new mum to be that you found it helpful. Or if you are a mum and you didn't think of things, then I hope that's also helpful for you. There are so many more things that I use for Bowie other than those things that I've discussed, but as he gets older, I might do another video of things that I find a bit more helpful. I will speak a bit more about toys as well as he's aging, as he's growing. I don't know if people will be interested in the toys I'm using for Bowie, but we haven't got any plastic. I don't want plastic toys. There's pros and cons to plastics. I like natural wooden products, and that's what I'm using for him. And I'm following the Montessori and Scandinavian way of teaching and parenting. So I might do a video on that as well one day. Also, I'm not saying that plastic toys are bad for children. If you choose how you want to parent, you choose what you want to buy for your children. So I might do a little video on that one day. Any more ideas that you have or things that you'd like to see, please let me know. If you found this video really helpful, please give it a thumbs up and please share it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.